Welcome back. In this segment, we're going to go into modules. Now, if you quit from the Python interpreter and enter again, what would happen is that everything that you would have done and enter either in the IDE, Integrated Development Environment, or the Jupyter Notebook, it'll be gone. Meaning the definitions that you made, be it the functions, the variables, they'll be all lost. So that means you have to start all over again. So therefore, if you want to write something of longer in nature, something that is permanent, then you would naturally gravitate towards using a text editor to write what is called a script. All right, so in this segment, we're going to show you how you can write the script and that you can actually regularly pull it up and make use of it again and again. And quite often, you will write your program in a modular manner, hence the term modules, so that it's actually modular in nature, it's small, it's readable, it's not ultra long, which makes it really difficult to manage and also maintain. Right, so to support this, Python has a way to put definition in a file and use them in a script or in each interactive instance of the interpreter. So it provided this method which allows you to actually make use of it in a script manner. And all of these can be brought in via this command called import. And you've seen import a few times. So we're going to show you how what it is, and also how to make use of it at the same time. Okay, definition from a module can be imported into other modules or into the main module. Okay, the main module is the collection of variables that you have access to in a script executed at the top level and in calculator mode. So meaning that's really the variables that you've been utilizing all along. So what is a module? A module really is a file containing Python definitions and statements. The file name is the module name with the suffix .py. So it's a little bit different from all the modules or the codes that we've been using. What we've been using has the, let me just zoom in, .pynb. So it's a little bit different, okay? These .py here will be example of modules, okay? Right. Now within a module, the module's name, often as a string, is available as the value of the global variable dunder, name dunder. For instance, you use your favorite text editor to create a file called fibo.py in the current directory with the following contents. So it looks like this. Notice that the file name is called fibo.py and there are two definitions in there. One is fib, the other one is fib2. What does fib1 do or the fib do? It writes Fibonacci series up to n. What does fib2 do? It returns Fibonacci series up to n. Okay, so there is, well, we'll write it out and so that you can actually see what it looks like. One writes it on the screen, the other one actually returns the series. All right, so we're going to run these. Now, I just want to show you too that the Fibo, I've already pre-written it and I've also placed it in the so-called Notebook Azure, this cloud, so you can actually immediately make use of it. But let's just see if we can actually view the file, preview it, the content. All right, so you can see that this content is exactly the same as this content here, and I've already pre-written it for you. Okay, so let's go back to the library, Python, and let's go into running these codes. So we first of all want to import Fibo, okay, because we need to import this, otherwise nothing will run because we haven't imported these scripts into the system yet. So import Fibo. All right, first thing is imported. The one thing that you do need to be very careful of is you need to make sure this script is in the directory that you are running. Otherwise, you will encounter error. Now, this does not enter the names of the functions defined in Fibo directly in the current symbol table. It only enters the module name Fibo here. Using the module names, you can access the actual functions that's defined within Fibo itself. So looking at this, you have fibo.fib right up to 1000. So this is accessing the first definition, okay, the function within the fibo.py. When you import, you don't need to type .py, that's actually given. Okay, so then you can actually access fib2, which is that one there, by dot notation followed by the function name, and you can put 100 here. And finally, Fibo dunder name dunder will actually print out the name itself. So let's just run this. Okay, so what you can see here is that what we do want to do is just print these actually so that you can actually see the output, because otherwise you can't really tell. In fact, what I will do is that I'm best to write these individually themselves. Up to 1000, this is what it looks like. And if I do this one, you will not get an output. Oh, you do get an output. Well, you will get an output because I didn't put a variable in front of it. And finally, okay, the name itself is actually Fibo. Okay, so that's the three key things here that we wanted to actually show. One is .fib, it's 1000. This print to screen. So if you put an A in front, okay, it will still print to screen. And do you get anything for A? Actually nothing, because remember there was no return here. Okay, unlike function number 2, it does have a return. So if I now change B is equal to that, they won't print on screen because we don't have a print, okay, within the definition of fib2. Instead, it will be stored, because the value is being returned, it will be stored in B, and when we actually type B, you get the results come onto the screen here. Now, if you intend to use a function often, you can assign it to a local name, okay, and by doing it this way, fib is equal to fibo.fib, and that would actually give you the name in the local main memory that allows you to actually access it anytime. Okay, so that's really a quick and gentle introduction to modules, the rationale of modules, how you make use of modules, and how do you actually utilize it. I hope that has been useful for you.